Hey there, live infamously. I am a Rifter Darkly on Reddit, Ian Cube on DeviantArt, and Vin7 on YouTube. Jesus Christ, I can't even remember that. Anyway, I want to talk to you about you're still new to digital. Here is my latest painting that you submitted to our digital painting. Yeah, that's a mouthful. So, first of all, I like what you're going for. I like the mood you're trying to set, or that you are setting. I like the composition. When we take a few steps back, I can still see what we're looking at. But you have two options here. You can either just put this entire painting behind you, or you can do the reason I recorded the rest of the video. You have these three elements here. You have the sky, you have the water, you have the rocks in the foreground. And you have painted them exactly the same. The same brush and the same stroke principle. What? Really, dude? That's what you're gonna go with? Stroke principle? Well, they kind of look the same. And I think that you have a great opportunity right now to go back to this painting and try to texture these three elements: the sky, the water, and the rocks in the foreground. What you're about to see is the worst voiceover over some sped up footage of me giving you a paint over here. And I forgot completely to hold on. I forgot completely to paint these rocks in the background. And of course, I should mention that you need to sign stuff. You should always put your name and the year down. Not because, in case someone buys a print of it, but just for archival. You want to see your progress. You want to know what year you painted this in. Let's see, what else? At one point, I say body of water, and that is body of water, not a body of water, because I'm slightly tired right now. It's almost 10 in the morning, and I've been up since 2:45 a.m. You see, I'm getting a bit rusty here. So yeah, there's a whole paint over and stuff. Just watch it. So starting with the sky here, I'm grabbing a radial gradient with 33% opacity and just softening everything up. It's very quick. This is sped up 2.5 times, I think. And then I go in with a hard, round brush. Nothing fancy, no tricky, cloud brushes or whatever. Just normal, default, hard round. And still just softening everything up. The flow and the opacity is at 88%, and the pen pressure determines opacity button is pressed. So softening it up, giving it a bit more detail, like a bit more structure maybe. Also, voiceover narration after the fact is weird. Can't remember half the things I did. As you can see, I put in some more fiery yellow here. Yeah, so just softening everything up a bit more. And I'm going to do basically the same thing with the water. And that should be happening right about nowish. Right. So first of all, I select the body of water because I'm going to be using the radial gradient, and I don't want to get a lot of weird colors on the other things here. I'm getting a bit tired today. Sorry about that. Anyway, so here we go. Still softening everything up. Softening everything up. Yes, that's a sentence I can get behind. Borrowing colors from the sky. As you can see, I also noticed that, well, maybe this is not the time, but I did notice that you painted the reflections of the trees, but not the actual trees. So I am going to remove that. But first of all, I'm putting in the clouds. These fiery clouds, as I've dubbed them. Also trying to build up some of the reflection from that mountain over there. Doesn't look very good. I will be changing that later on. But still, I'm trying to build up a reflection. And here we go, I'm putting in some more colors. And then I'm elongating these reflections. And as you can see, this is why it's good to have that selection, because I don't have to worry about painting over the rocks in the foreground. Here I am chopping off a bit of the rocks, and here I go. I'm gonna eliminate the reflection here. The tree reflection, the ghost trees. Man, it's so weird watching yourself paint like this. Like, what are you doing? Come on. Anyway, I think we're coming up to the end of the rocks here. I'm going to grab a bright brush and just fill in some coastline there. Alright, so for the rocks, I'm using the selection tool or the lasso tool again, but this time I'm just grabbing small areas of the painting, small areas of the rock, and filling them in with a much darker blue, I think, just to give them edge. Oh, that's amazing. Look at that. Look at those rocks. Anyway, I can do the same thing with highlights. Simply something like that for a very, very subtle, or give it some more highlights. Something like that. Here I'm trying to give the bigger rock some highlights. I'm gonna be trying a few versions. Not too sure about that one. That's too much, dude. Sure. Alright, so here we go with a hard round brush again. No rock brush or anything. Just filling in some details, giving it a bit more structure. And some shadows behind that big rock. This is amazing stuff. Right, what else? Ooh. More shadows. Oh yeah, here we go. This is this required some thought. First we got the shadows, and then I want to put a highlight in the middle. So yeah, that's where it's supposed to go, but now I have to deselect the area around it. That took a while to figure out, actually. Shouldn't be telling you that. Embarrassing, but whatever. Something like that. I mean, this is just experimenting, showing you a principle. Alright, so the rocks are done. So, if we look at a before and after picture, where this is very busy, and this is a lot calmer, and hopefully your eyes will be driven to the three clouds, the three fiery clouds, where there's so much stuff going on here that it could be a bit unnerving to the eye. And I think that's about it. If you like this, you can, let's see, like it here. You can share it on the Twitter and the Facebook and whatnot. I don't know. You can subscribe to my channel. You can buy me a Cintiq companion if you want. You know, as a small token of your appreciation. It's only like $2,000 plus shipping, of course, but who cares? I'm kidding. If you like this, you can do all that. You don't have to do any of it. But yeah, keep submitting your stuff to Our Digital Painting, and I'm looking forward to seeing your stuff. Cool beans.